things that I've actually been doing for well over a decade and just building that.
Serena
Um,
Williams, strong, fearless, and unapologetically powerful, has lived a life that feels larger than the game itself. From humble beginnings on the rough courts of Compton to the brightest stages in sports history, she has redefined not just tennis, but what it means to be a woman of resilience. Yet, behind the glitz of Grand Slam trophies and worldwide adoration, Serena's journey has also been shaped by heartbreak, near losses, and the quiet courage that comes from confronting life's harshest realities. Today, her story enters a new, unexpected chapter, one defined not by competition, but by love, faith, and endurance. From Compton dreams to global glory born on September 26, 1981. In Saginaw, Michigan, Serena Jamaica Williams grew up as the youngest in a blended family guided by the unwavering determination of her parents, Oracene Price and Richard Williams. The family's move to Compton, California, marked the beginning of a dream that seemed impossible for two young black girls with secondhand rackets and cracked public courts. Richard Williams, with his unshakable belief in his daughter's potential, trained Serena and Venus himself, molding them into disciplined, fearless competitors. He taught them that success required both skill and self-respect, and those early lessons became the backbone of Serena's life. Homeschooling, long hours on the court, and countless sacrifices were all part of Richard's plan to raise champions who would one day change the face of tennis. Breaking barriers and finding her fire. By the time Serena turned 16, her talent was undeniable. She captured the world's attention by winning doubles titles with Venus and mixed doubles with Max Mirny, marking the rise of a new generation in women's tennis. But with fame came resistance. At tournaments where others were celebrated, Serena and Venus often faced discrimination and misunderstanding. The infamous 2001 Indian Wells controversy, where Serena was booed despite victory, cut deeply. It was a painful reminder that even success couldn't shield her from prejudice. For over a decade, the sisters boycotted the event, standing firm in their values. When Serena finally returned 14 years later, it was not just a match. It was a symbol of forgiveness and resilience, proof that dignity always outlasts bitterness. The Serena Slam, and a reign like no other. In the years that followed, Serena built one of the most astonishing careers in sports. From 2002 onward, she began collecting Grand Slam titles with a dominance rarely seen in tennis. Her athleticism, combined with mental toughness and an almost spiritual connection to competition, set her apart. By 2003, she achieved the Serena Slam, holding all 4 major titles at once, an achievement that would later define her legacy. Even when personal turmoil struck, including her parents' divorce and the devastating loss of her half-sister Yetunde Price, Serena turned pain into power. Every setback became fuel for her next victory, a pattern that would repeat throughout her life. A warrior through pain and perseverance. Few athletes have faced the physical and emotional trials that Serena has and still risen stronger. Injuries, surgeries, and illnesses came in waves, each one testing her willpower. When she suffered a pulmonary embolism in 2010, it nearly ended her career. Yet within 2 years, she returned to dominate once again, winning Wimbledon, Olympic gold medals, and reclaiming the world's #1 ranking. Her longevity was extraordinary. Even as she entered her 30s, she shattered age and gender barriers, proving that greatness has no expiration date. Her record-breaking 23rd Grand Slam title, achieved while fending off younger challengers, cemented her as one of the greatest athletes, male or female, in history. Beyond the court, the advocate and role model, Serena never asked to be a role model, but her journey demanded it. She used her voice to fight for equality, whether speaking on pay disparities, racial injustice, or the need to listen to women in healthcare. Her advocacy reached far beyond tennis courts. She funded schools in Africa and the Caribbean, provided scholarships for underprivileged youth, and stood beside organizations supporting victims of violence and poverty. Her foundation's work has touched countless lives, demonstrating that true champions build others up as they rise. She has also been a fearless voice for women's health after experiencing life-threatening complications during childbirth, using her story to shed light on the crisis faced by Black mothers in America. The love story that defined a new era. In 2015, during a casual breakfast in Rome, destiny intervened. Serena met Alexis Ohanian, the tech entrepreneur best known as the co-founder of Reddit. Their worlds couldn't have been more different. His rooted in technology and startups, hers in courts and crowds. But somehow, they fit. Alexis was captivated by her authenticity and strength. Serena admired his humility and intelligence. Their whirlwind romance blossomed from friendship into partnership, culminating in a romantic proposal at the same Roman hotel where they first met. Their 2017 wedding in New Orleans, attended by stars and friends, was a joyful celebration of unity and respect between equals. For Serena, love wasn't a distraction. It was an anchor that gave her peace, motherhood, survival, and strength. That same year, Serena faced a life-changing challenge. While giving birth to their daughter, Olympia, she experienced severe medical complications that nearly cost her life. Her instinct, knowledge, and persistence saved her when her symptoms were initially overlooked. Serena's recovery was long and painful, yet she faced it with the same tenacity that had defined her entire career. She was open about her postpartum depression, becoming a voice for new mothers who felt unseen or unheard. By sharing her truth, she helped destigmatize a struggle faced by millions of women. Serena's journey into motherhood revealed not only her vulnerability, but also her boundless capacity for courage and empathy, family, faith, and rebirth. In the years that followed, Serena's focus shifted from competition to connection. She welcomed her second daughter, Adira, in 2023, finding joy in family life and the quiet rhythm that fame had often denied her. The family settled into a balance, Alexis by her side as partner and supporter, Olympia growing into her mother's mini-me. Together they faced health scares, career transitions, and the bittersweet process of saying farewell to Serena's professional tennis career. Alexis's unwavering devotion, from cheering courtside to supporting her advocacy work, mirrored the partnership Serena had long dreamed of. One built on respect, laughter, and shared purpose. The businesswoman and innovator. Even after leaving full-time tennis, Serena's drive never dimmed. She launched successful fashion lines, invested in startups through Serena Ventures, and continued her collaborations with Nike and Wilson. She became the embodiment of a modern athlete. Not just a competitor, but a creator, mentor, and entrepreneur. Every project carried her signature mix of elegance and determination, celebrating diversity and empowering women to take ownership of their stories. Her business ventures weren't about fame. They were about legacy. "Every time I invest," she once said, "I want to see women and people of color win." Facing new challenges with grace. In recent years, Serena and Alexis have faced new challenges, both personal and health-related, which have reminded them and the world that even legends are human. Reports of medical scares and family hardship have drawn sympathy and reflection from fans worldwide. Yet through it all, Serena remains centered in gratitude, choosing to see life's trials as reminders of her own strength. In interviews, she has spoken about prioritizing wellness, family, and mindfulness, lessons learned through years of pushing her body to extremes. Her courage now lies not in outlasting opponents, but in accepting the seasons of change with dignity and peace. Legacy beyond the lines today, Serena Williams stands as more than a sports icon. She is a symbol of persistence, motherhood, equality, and authenticity. From her signature roar after a winning shot to her heartfelt speeches about injustice and perseverance, she has inspired generations to dream without limits. Her influence can be seen in every young player who picks up a racket, every woman who refuses to be underestimated, and every person who chooses resilience over surrender. The little girl from Compton who once trained on broken courts has become one of the most influential women on earth. a living proof that greatness is not about perfection, but about refusing to give up. The woman behind the legend. Behind the trophies and headlines is Serena, the daughter, wife, mother, and friend. A woman who laughs loudly, loves deeply, and carries scars that have only made her stronger. Her husband's quiet strength, her daughter's smiles, and her faith in something bigger than fame have grounded her in the simple truth that life's real victories happen off the court. For all the triumphs and tears, Serena's legacy is ultimately one of love. The love she gave her sport, her family, her community, and herself. Her story is still being written, but one thing is certain. Whether in victory or vulnerability, Serena Williams remains the definition of grace under pressure. A legend who taught the world that power and compassion can coexist in one extraordinary woman.